Okay. So I don't know if you would like to go. So the what we talked about, the intention today was to discuss about the origins of humans, okay? Man in general, or as described in biology, Homo sapiens. Okay. So I don't know if you would like to go first, or I can make my case.
All right. I'll do my case. I'll do my case. Oh,
So you
all
have
right. So I'm Dr. Asa Cedric, and it's an interesting debate so far to question the origin of mankind. So I know it's a common debate, but there are a lot of interesting features that have actually come up over years. So I, in particular, am for the stand that humans were created. Humans were created. I will actually give my stand with evidence. With evidence, I cannot prove. I cannot prove because it's not possible for me to prove that humans were created. I can only give evidence that humans were actually created. Now, I'll give I'll give four major evidence, all right, to show that humans were created. Now, the first evidence I want to give is order and design. Order and design. Now, if you look at the way the human body is organized, the way it functions, the way it's organized, it points to a designer. It doesn't point to it coming from something else. It's so perfectly organized that if you remove the heart from a human being, all right, the human being goes off. The human being dies automatic if you remove the heart. If you remove the kidney, all right, the intestines cannot do the job of a kidney. So just looking at this way the thing is order and design, all right, demands an intelligent designer. That's the first evidence which I can point to humans being created. Now the second evidence, all right, is that the human system, all right, is irreducibly complex. This is a problem which Darwin's and the other evolutionist biologists have faced. Darwin actually said in his book of the origin of species, he said something very interesting. He said if somebody can prove that cells, okay, a cell is irreducibly complex, then his theory of evolution has become invalid. Now, as I said, we can't prove, but we can give evidence that cells are irreducibly complex. Let me take for example a human eye. Now, what happens is that if you remove the cornea of the human eye, what happens is that the eye will not function as the eye. That's to show that the cells in the human body, they are irreducibly complex. So they definitely cannot be coming, they cannot be evolving. All right, they definitely have to be a design, all right, and a designer. That's the third. Then the fourth argument I want to stand for, okay, for the creation of man by intelligent mind, all right, is the aspect of uh, objective morality. Objective morality. Now you agree with me that, all right, raping of women is bad, killing of innocent children is bad, all right. You agree with me. Now, what happens is that if we, all right, can know that these things are bad, all right, that's objective morals. What happens is that it definitely means that there is actually something higher than us, an intelligent mind, okay, who have set up these standards for us. And therefore, we are designed based on this. This mind actually has set up this standard, okay, and then put inside man for man to obey them. That's actually the third point. Now, the fourth and final point, all right, is the aspect of love, love and affection, love, affection, hatred. That's the third thing. That's the fourth point I want to make on the idea of humans being created and not evolving over time. We can actually love one another. We can actually care for one another. In other words, it's free will. I'll put it this way: free will. Okay, we can freely love somebody as well as we can freely hate somebody. Now, what happens is that if we were just biological machines, right, it definitely means that we are robots. We don't have free will, and that will not be rational for us to think that way. So just for the fact that we have free will, it definitely means that we were actually created, okay, by an intelligent mind, okay, who gave us free will to do what we please, what pleases us. So with these four major points, all right, I would stand for the fact that humans were actually created, all right, and then we never, ever evolve, and we are not biological machines. So thanks very much for listening to my arguments. I'll give the mic over to you.
Okay, that was good on the timing, just exactly 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, that was great. I listened to the points you were making and I took notes. Okay, so I think during the cross examination, I would come back to some of those points. But let me on this side, I would like to make my own case and a counter argument for the point. So my name is Anya Den Warren. I'm an electronics engineer, so we do a lot of machines. We study machines and sort of design things. You see, talk about design and all of that. Okay, so I come to this conversation today from the point that humans evolve through a process called natural selection, and that was well explained by the British evolutionary biologist Charles Darwin in his book The Origins of Species. So the concept of evolution that clearly shows humans as being top of some sort of a pyramidal scheme where we have comparison, where we have similarities at the level of the DNA with great apes like chimpanzees and bonobos and other organisms. So the scientific explanation of evolution has the evidence that is clearly going for it. So there are different sorts of evidence within biology, chemistry that supports, and microbiology that supports the scientific explanation of evolution. Okay, I don't want to use theory because the idea of theory, in as much as theory is understood by scientists, people usually, your layman normally confuses a theory because once you use a theory, they think it's an opinion and they say it's someone's opinion and they don't get the reason why. So I might explain it better. I wouldn't use the word theory. I would just use scientific explanation, the best scientific explanation in place of the word theory. So what is the evidence? What is the evidence for evolution? So the point about evolution is that humans evolve through a very long period of time, passing through subspecies, and we have human subspecies like Homo erectus, the Neanderthals, the Homo habilis, right up to the present day Homo sapiens. And the different pieces of evidence for this is that there are fossils. Fossils, you can have fossils which are all kinds of, there can be remnants of organisms that have died. There can be prints within, that has been imprinted within sedimentary rocks of organisms that died in the past. So scientists would want to check, look at those organisms and check if they have any similarities with the modern day Homo sapiens. They will check in terms of the anatomical structures. They will check at the level of the DNA to asserting the similarities with modern day Homo sapiens. So there are fossils that archaeologists have worked on, anthropologists have worked on. So at the level of anatomy, there's the evidence for comparative anatomy, where if you look at different animals or different like great apes, you see that humans share a great number of similar anatomical structures in terms of the opposing tongue, the hind limb, and some other organs within the human body. And so there's that as well. At the level of the DNA I already talked about. An example is the similarity between, take for example, you take the chimpanzee and humans, Homo sapiens. They share about 98 to 99% similarity at the level of their DNA. So this cannot be coincidence, because, and if you look at the more similar the DNA is, the closer humans are with the organism that's been looked at. So if you look at the plots, and there's a pyramidal structure which shows you the different the level of similarity. So those are the different pieces of evidence that support evolution. So it is the case. Once this is evolution is universally accepted. So once this has been established, it therefore implies that the origins of humans has been explained, not entirely, but to the level at which evolution by natural selection explains how you get the different mutations that happen, the different selective pressures that happens, and how humans evolve to fit their environment through natural selection. And also with the combination of mutation at the level of the DNA. So all of these factors point the gradual, over a long period of time. This doesn't happen the way normal people used to say, can I see, I would love to see a monkey turn into a human being. First of all, evolution doesn't say a monkey's turn into human beings, and evolution doesn't happen like the way you see a car move from point A to point B. Evolution happens over a very long period of time. Evolution says that humans evolve from simple organisms. We can go back as far as how simple you want us to go, but from simple organisms evolve over a very long period of time through intermediaries, which have been discovered based on the fossils, right up to the present day, modern day Homo sapiens. So that is the case for the origins of humans. We can discuss how far back in terms of the RNA war theory, if you would like to talk about that, which is the prevalent theory of the first self-replicating molecule that gave rise to the unicellular organism that then took over through the process of natural selection. So that is my opening statement in terms of the pieces of evidence to support that humans are indeed humans are indeed the outcome of a process, evolution by natural selection. So thank you for that. I think I've gone over 5 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thanks for that. Those wonderful points you brought up. Note taking already. And I don't know. Would you want to start with the counter argument?
Counter argument. So 5. Yes, maybe I can just go for 5 minutes. Or what? I think we have 5 minutes for the Zoom to end. So maybe you can just jot down the points for the counter arguments while I do same, and then we can resume in the new conversation.
I already have done my points.
Okay, so maybe we just take 5 minutes because I want to run up something. And then because again, because of Zoom, the timing of the Zoom, we have about, I don't know if you can see it on your screen, 4 minutes.
It's about 4 minutes left.
Okay. So I'll just get a new Zoom link and then we resume. in 4 minutes.
All right. Okay.
Okay.